Hello, this is Ruby from the Useful Journal. I just realised that I never shared with you a flip through of my Mindful Giraffe journal, and given Mindful Giraffe has just released a new range of journals, I thought this was a good time to talk about it. And the good news is that the new product has fixed a couple of the tiny little issues that I had, which were mainly that the gold marks on the cover wore off after use, and I actually coloured these back in with a gold pen. The new covers are not this card, they are leatherette, so they'll be embossed and the colour won't come away as it has on this one. The other thing was that the ribbons were a bit short, and she has made the new ribbons longer, and I don't believe I had any other issues with the journal. The paper and the journal itself was amazing. So let's get started and I'll show you what I did. There are a few blank pages, so yeah, you get that. So I had a little flip out with my key, the true bullet journaling style, and in the back I actually made a pocket. This journal didn't come with a pocket, so I made my own. I actually used that quite a bit, so that was good. It's quite easy to make your own, so if you ever get a journal without a pocket, jump in. This is a picture from Sarah Brenton Art that came with a sticker delivery, and I really liked it, so I stuck it in. I get to my title page. This paper is 170 GSM, so it's really sturdy. I loved my title page. I thought since it's a Mindful Giraffe journal, I had to do giraffes, and giraffes are my favourite animal, so it just had to be. This was another part of my pen test, testing watercolour, so I just put a little quote at the front. We go to my usual future log. I always set mine up like this since I found this layout, and I really like it, and you can see that I actually use it. When did I last? This was a page that I actually redid, and you can see there's another page stuck on top because I really didn't like the first effort. I think I made a little video about that on my Instagram at Ruby Made Bujo. My monthly memories, and I haven't finished filling that in. I have the photos, so that's easy to do, something for me to do. I did a lot of goal searching at the beginning of this journal. I was going through a bit of stuff, so I really loved this values thing, and that really has meant a lot to me and has made much clearer what I want from life, and I've done some spreads in another journal around those. My priorities, it really helped to cement what I was looking for in life. My dreams, which is a bit different, that's like wishful, not necessarily achievable. My goals, so I just wrote down, I literally did a big dump of all my goals, and look, I don't think I achieved very many of them at all, but it's always good to get them down on paper so you can see what they are. And then I did the same thing with tasks, so all the things that I hadn't got done for ages that had been preying on my mind, I dumped here, and I've done a few of these. Haven't been very good at getting things done late this year. I started working full-time again. I commute a long way to the city, so I'm finding it difficult. I need to be a bit more realistic, I think. I grouped those tasks into buckets, basically, to see what was important and where they related. I never so this was meant to be relating my goals to my tasks, to make sure that when I listed a task, it was always related to an end goal for myself, and I didn't get to do it, but it's a really good step and I should have done it. It's something that's recommended even in your monthly task pages, to always try and relate them to a goal so that you're not just filling time up with things that don't matter. And then this was just making sure they were specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and had an end date. Another one I didn't do was lose weight, and that was actually one of my goals, and I made this beautiful spread which will actually show in my washi videos that are coming. And I really love this spread, but I never ever shared it on Instagram because I was so disappointed with myself for not losing weight and not being able to stick to it. So something for the future. So obviously no progress and that was meant to be related to weight loss as well. So enough of the things I didn't do. Here's the actual journal. So my December spreads, and I started a journal in December because I just believe in just moving straight on from one journal to the next. I don't want to change what I do or change how I use my journal just to make sure that I start a journal at the beginning of the new year. So I started in December, and I did a theme of countries, trees and animals. So I picked a country and then picked a key tree and a key animal from that country. So obviously this is Africa, and I absolutely loved this title page, and it was pretty popular on Instagram. And then I did, so this is a reindeer, an Arctic fox, and a fir tree. So it could be any number of Arctic countries really. I can't remember what I was thinking at the time. Then I had, oh my goodness, I don't remember what this was, but this was a falcon, and this was this really cool spiky tree. I should have written them down. I don't remember what that was. Australia, obviously, with a koala and a gum tree. And then England with a duck and a willow. And I'll probably find out now that willows aren't from England, but I saw a lot of them there, so. Grass trees and a frill-necked lizard. And that's Australian as well. This was a lemur, and I think that's the baobab tree. Madagascar, that one was. I tried out this meal planning thing. I really liked it actually, and the idea was that you could just decide your meals for the week and go, okay, so what do I want for breakfast? And you'd peel off a breakfast and put it on Friday, and you'd pick your lunch and pick your dinner, and it meant that you could kind of mix them around. And now I'm looking at it, I want to use it again. So yeah, I did use it. Some dailies, which kind of stuck with tried to stick with the animal and tree theme. I got 400 followers, and then I did my review, and this is a crane and a bonsai from Japan. So I was going to do a COVID update. In January, I decided to play with washi a bit more, and as you know, I love my washi tape. So I was camping, and this was a great thing to do while I was camping, because I just sat in the chair during the heat of the day, and January's hot here, and cut out leaves and did these beautiful layouts. I absolutely love this one. This was one of my favourites of the month. More leaves. So very simple theme to set out, but really striking. I'm not so happy with the mood tracker. I love the exercise tracker with the leaves all around the edge. And then my dailies, using Australian stickers. And then I loved this. So I joined, this is my first spread when I joined Gem Plans and Letters has a mental health monthly challenge, and it's basically a lettering challenge, and you get a quote relating to mental health, and you have to do a spread. And I've done it ever since, and I really, really like it. Mental health is very important to me. I've had a lot of issues with it, so it means a lot. These spreads kind of help get across the message, and I just adored this spread. If anyone knows Michael Leunig, a cartoonist, this was inspired by his work. I did an asthma spread, more dailies, did a lot of dailies that month, and then my review. This is one of my all-time favourite reels on Instagram, and I basically show the leaves falling from the tree, and I love it. So this was super exciting. So in February, I did a complete washi theme. I think at this time I was starting to go, hey, everyone loves what I do with washi and I enjoy doing it, and I get to use lots of pretty tape. So I went, hey, I'm going to run with this and do a few more washi themes. So this is one I did in February, and before I show you February, I'll show you the mental health quote I did for February. So basically you just open the gate, you can leave it on one side if you want, it's kind of jams in there under that, and then I opened the gates and they had washi on both sides, and it was basically showing, so here you can see a little dog looking under, you can see a poof there, you open it up and this dog's up, this dog's down. Pretty simple, but yeah, I just had a bit of fun with that one, playing with a pop-out. And then this I was very proud of, and I actually have a video on my YouTube, which you can see linked in the description. Basically dogs and fences, backyards and fences. And so we've got a fence here and we've got a little dog looking through a porthole in the fence. You open up and I don't know if you can tell at this stage, but it's a Dutch door. So these are all layers. So it doesn't look like it so much when it's seen as one page, but these are a series of backyards. So my idea was that I'd be looking across a whole row of backyards and you'd see little dogs looking over them. So this little dog's sitting on the fence. I had to do the things I did on each page related to how much space I had, so I had to kind of cram some of them in. This little dog is looking through a porthole in the fence, and there's a whole bunch of dogs looking over from the backyard next door. And then we have a pretty simple fence, this one, with a dog playing with a ball. And then we have two spoiled little pooches sitting on their beds. I'm sure I did more of those than that. Then we've got my mood tracker and exercise, and this little dog is horrified because he's walked back to his kennel and the cat's sitting there licking her paws because she's eaten his dinner. And then so go over another fence, and then this is the final one with the grand homestead at the end. I used these lovely, this is kind of where I started using press-on stickers. So you kind of scratch them off a backing, and they're amazing because they're not raised from the page at all, and they look great. My dailies for that month, which was a series of dog stickers that I got. I'll put the link in my description because they do lots of cute stickers and I use them again in another section. They're actually by a group called Silly Possums in Melbourne, Australia. Very cute stickers. Lots of dogs and things like that. Look, this was right in the Wordle craze, and I was a bit late to the piece because I started on Wordle 237. But for a while there, I recorded my Wordle results each day. I've become a bit more irregular these days, but that was kind of a cute spread. I'd seen some similar sort of things, so I thought I'd just do it. Then in March, I moved on to stickers by watercolour by Kat, who's also Australian and does the most beautiful art prints as well. So I really wanted to show off these stickers, so I made the spreads all about the stickers with just a little bit of sticker collage behind, and using these beautiful washi tapes by Claire Ishino, another Australian artist. So it was wonderful to be able to do spreads that showed off two wonderful Australian artists. So please check them out. I'll have links for you in my description. So yeah, I mean, stunning stickers, stunning washi tape. The spread this month for the Mental Health Monthly was You Are More Than Your Scars, and for me, the scars are all mental. I don't have physical scars, I just have a lot of stuff going on in my head, and I wanted to show that there could be growth and that there could be a fresh start and beauty coming from those scars. So that was what I did that month. A little cocky there. I also did something about, this was the women's, was the International Women's Month or year? I think it was month. So there was a lot of challenges going around about doing spreads that talked about your position as a woman, and I had a lot to say. I've worked in a lot of male-dominated industries, so I had a bit to say, and I it was good doing that. I haven't finished filling this in. I did my own challenge, and it went okay, but I didn't finish my spreads. More beautiful pictures. These are my dailies. I started doing a smaller version of the schedules I'd done in previous journals. I'm always messing around with dailies, weeklies, how to get myself motivated to do my tasks. How beautiful. Look, this is my favourite Australian bird, the gang cockatoo from Canberra area, and this is an azure kingfisher, so they're also beautiful. Little cockatiel, they're the funniest little birds. So then in April I decided to show, I enjoy doing washi, but sometimes I really want to do my other art styles as well, and I wanted to show how you could represent the same picture 3 times using 3 different mediums. And so I did watercolour, and this has a bit of white pen on top, but watercolour, coloured pencils, and then in washi. And the washi versions are very striking. But it's funny, in each picture I prefer a different one. So this, the washi, the paint, and the colour, and the colouring pencils, and I like the paint one best there. And then I like the washi one best in this one. These are paper daisies. It's the paint, coloured pencil, washi. Paint, coloured pencil, washi. This one is a golden wattle, Cootamundra wattle. There's a few different varieties that have these beautiful yellow flowers. This is the washi, this is the paint, and this is the coloured pencil. This is the kangaroo paw from Western Australia, and this is the paint, this is the coloured pencil, and this is the washi. I really love how that turned out. The mental health quote, is that the mental health quote? I'll just have a look, because that was a bit naughty. So I'm meant to, in this challenge, you're meant to write mental health matters on it, so maybe I added it later in my on my post. But yeah, it takes courage to say yes to rest and play in a culture where exhaustion is seen as a status symbol. I love doing these things where you get to play with different lettering, and totally agree with this message that it just feels like it's so pressing to just be busy all the time these days. I really love the blend of this one. It's not obvious until you look closely. So there's paint here, there's washi all around here, this is coloured pencils, and then it actually goes up to a bit more paint at the top. So it was really lovely to see how I could blend them together. This one I didn't like so much, this paint, coloured pencil, washi. Didn't really like how that turned out because these flowers are so gorgeous. This is another lovely washi tape that I used for the whole month. It's one of my favourites, and that is from Braw Paper Co. and another Australian artist. So I love supporting Australian businesses, especially artists that do these beautiful Australian themed bits and pieces I can use. More dailies. Then in May I did a theme, a skateboarding theme, and I wanted to use this paper here is off toilet roll wrappers. And I thought, oh, these pictures are so cool, I want to use them, and they're kind of funky, so I thought they'd suit a skateboarding theme well. So I did a theme where I used these papers from my toilet rolls. So that was kind of cool. And I used washi to kind of build it out, and I did lots of fun graffiti style lettering this month. So another toilet roll paper there, and on the skateboard here, cool washies. You'll see that throughout the journal I stuck with pretty much the same format for sleep water, my trackers. This one's a little bit different, but I liked it. Just because I think I've found something that works for me for the moment, so why change it? Mood tracker, more paper. I love that lettering, that's really cool. The mental health monthly, this in May was let's find our connections to feel less lonely, and I realised that lettering and that colouring made it very hard to read afterwards, but let's find our connections to feel less lonely. Another toilet roll picture and my tasks, and then here's my dailies, and these are more stickers from Silly Possums in Melbourne, and yeah, these are cool because they were skateboarding. That was partly what inspired this theme, actually, was seeing these stickers and then going, oh, skateboarding, that's cool, and then going, oh, I could do graffiti with that, and then I could use my toilet roll papers, and yeah. So such cool stickers, they're so cute. In June, my washi pictures, and this is a form of washi art that I do. I haven't seen anyone else do it, where I make pictures solely from washi. There's no pen used, and yeah, I got such an amazing reception to the spreads I did in June, and I got so many wonderful comments back from people, so that was really lovely. But I just adore looking at it myself. I'm so proud of it. It's one of the most beautiful things I've done. It helps that foxes are very cute. Not only did I do a washi theme with my art, I actually made a story out of it. So basically, this fox is just checking out the pond, and he notices a couple of ducks on the pond. And so lots of beautiful spreads. I haven't done this round type of layout much before, and I actually really like it, so I might do it again. It's quite striking on the page, and I know there's a few other artists that do that quite a bit. The fox is looking over at the pond, and we'll open it up because this is a 3-pager because I didn't have room. Sees the ducks on the pond. This fox was absolutely gorgeous, and there is a video about the making of this fox. And then on the other side, we notice that the fox that's looking at the pond, he settles down on his rock and acts all calm, and the ducks go, oh, okay, cool. The fox doesn't look too concerned. We'll just relax and have a bit of a swim around here and a bit of a fish. So my 2 little duckies are here. And little do they know that another fox has snuck up and is checking them out without them knowing. I love how the trees turned out in these spreads. The colour just makes them beautiful. It's so lovely to be able to use so many of my different washi tapes too. The fox that had snuck up without the ducks knowing dived into the pond and tried to catch a duck, but the duck got whooshed up on the wave and is taken out of reach of the fox. Love this picture. I love the motion in this picture. Then we have him looking a bit miserable in the water as the 2 ducks fly away. And this was my mental health spread of the month. Being okay looks different every day. These ducks are okay because they flew away. So I try to make whatever art I'm doing in my journal link with my challenge spreads and try and make it all work together. I like that. I really love this little mood tracker, and it was kind of nice to be able to use up some little stickers I've got because I don't use a planner. I don't use little stickers very often, but I do like them. So yeah, it was nice. I might do that again sometime. Oh, he's looking miserable as his ducks fly away, and he's all wet and he's got water dripping from his ears. He's still in the pond, and then he gets cranky because the other fox that had been relaxing is laughing at him. So it's a very simple story, but I really liked having a flow through and the ducks are flying away. And that was the end of this journal. I still had a few spare, like 4 spare pages, which I actually should use to review that journal, because I haven't done a review in that one yet. I had my grid guide, which I always find useful to do in every journal I use, just to work out what I can fit and what I can't. My pen test, the original one, and there was no ghosting or bleed or anything like that, and good for watercolour, and another spare page. And that's something I will say about this journal. I never had trouble with any of the mediums I was using. You'll notice that there's no page crinkle. So the 170 GSM, while it's a bit heavier than I prefer to use, it definitely works, because you just, like, there's no wrinkle at all from any watercolour I used. And it was just lovely to use. And I have to say that the relationship you get with Laura when you buy one of her journals is lovely. Like, she interacts with all the people that buy her journals if you want to, and she's just lovely, and it's just, yeah. I think this is one of, I've used 5 journals now, and quite a few partially, but this is my 5th full one. I've got lots of others that I've kind of partially filled, and by far this is my favourite journal so far. So I totally recommend you checking out Mindful Giraffe. I hope you liked my flip through, and I'll be talking to you again soon. See ya.